And there we go.
Ooh, I can adjust my bandwidth usage? Sweet, yes. Do it all. That's what I want.
Excellent.
All of the bandwidth. And we're live. Welcome back, everybody. Here for session 4. Session 3 was quite fun. I was under the impression we left on a cliffhanger with Arngrim locked up with Elias, but I was mistaken. That has been rectified. He has been granted his persona Arta for fulfilling his belief to rescue Elias. I'm
Yes.
not sure how I missed that 10 minutes after, it happened, but whatever. We fixed the mistake,
Yep.
and that's what matters.
Yes, it is.
So we are
So,
starting out with our adventurer and companion making their way back into Neverwinter with the town guard to collect his reward.
yes, more money. So we make it back to town, I suppose, because
I seem to be
the
getting some lag. I see you moving and I see you talking, but it's coming like 30 seconds late.
yes, we're getting some lag. Definitely, I feel it on your end too.
Hmm.
Wow, and it's pretty long,
Um,
right?
how do we fix the lag issue? Let me see. Yeah, there is quite a bit. Let me see if I can kill some processes on my
Okay,
computer and maybe fix it up. Is she downloading something that I am not aware of?
it's probably Windows downloading something.
Bandwidth.
Update or something, because those run in the background on the.
Yeah, I'm checking to make sure because we got 2 computers running on the network right now. Yeah, I've got them both set to where they don't manually start though,
Okay.
because I don't like that. So I'm hoping my computer's just doesn't have enough pre-processing power. I know I am just under the minimum processor requirements for Hangouts on Air.
Okay. But it
So
worked fine the
hopefully, if
first
I
couple of
clear
times.
some of this up,
Yeah.
that will take care of it. And like when we did our pregame and just the normal Hangout, it was running just fine.
Yes.
But now that we're on air, it's using up some more processing power. And like I said, my processing is just under their minimum requirements.
Hmm.
All right, let's see. How's that? Are we back in real time now?
I think so.
All right, perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. So that
Excellent.
was the issue. I just had too much shit running in the background on my computer.
It happens. So,
So Elias, on the journey back Neverwinter is just thanking you profusely, left and right, for coming after him and saving him. He tells you how he went out to find some solitude and practice his craft and was set upon by these bandits and had no idea what to do. And
so
goes to tells you that he wouldn't even be alive if it wasn't for you, and that his life is now yours to do with what you please, that he owes you a life debt.
uh, I say, well, of course, that's what you get. It's all part of the services of traveling with a renowned warrior such as myself. Uh, but fear not. We have we will take you safely back to Neverwinter now, and you can begin to ply your trade. We must
Perfect.
procure some more supplies. Um, uh, Let me put up the map. I don't have the map up. Are we gonna need that? Hang on. Cause where's my map? There we go. Yes, because we need to get to the Mystic Forest, so we still have to go all the way south to Waterdeep, and then probably Dagger Ford, and then
Hmm.
take the tradeway to the Mystic Forest. Okay, so I'll tell him we'll just help you get started to applying your trade, and then we need to pick up more supplies to move south to Waterdeep to continue our journey. Um, I understand you're a traveling bard,
Yes.
so I suppose that would be all right with you, wouldn't it?
Yes, and most bards are traveling bards.
Mm-hmm.
Too much of us sit in one place at once, nobody makes any money.
Yeah.
And I do plan on making a name for myself.
Excellent.
So, the guards, as you look around, are kind of beat and they're kind of bloody. Their numbers are slightly thinned out. They lost a couple of men.
Mm-hmm.
They're dragging bodies back for proper burial. The bandits in their fort, the guards, decided to burn to the ground
All right.
because that just made sense. Nobody needs that fort out there in the middle of nowhere. And as you make it back, he tells you, the guard captain, what we call him? Now I'm blanking on name.
Tully. Captain Tully.
Tully. Yes, Tully.
Yeah.
Guard Captain Tully tells you that if you'd like to meet up with him later on in the evening, you guys can discuss reward
Excellent.
for this great deed that you have done.
Excellent. Um,
And with that, he takes his dead and his guards, and they part ways at the city gate.
excellent. Excellent. So I'll take Elias back to the room that we had rented out at the inn so he can recover his gear and his flute and all that he needs. And I need to get some supplies, but I want to see what they give me for a reward because that'll help
Yeah.
my resources roll, which is really bad. So
Yeah. Yeah, we do got to get that resource exponent up.
yeah. So so yeah, I suppose I don't really
Yeah.
have any plans for the rest of the day. I just need to get my
Nope.
supplies, but I'd rather get the reward first because if they give me any more cash dice, that'll bump up the stat for the roll.
Yeah.
And here's
So why don't we go ahead and head to the inn and let Elias do his thing, and you do your bodyguard thing, and after that scene, we can cut to morning, and you can go see the guard captain.
excellent, excellent. I was just going to ask you. This is because I'm still reading resources, and resources is still the hardest part for me to understand because. Every time I buy something, I make a resources roll. What if I want to buy like armor and horses?
Okay, so the way resources work is resources are an abstraction of all of your wealth. Whether
Yes.
it's the coin you have on hand, the favors you can levy, the loans you can take out, the property you own, it's
Hmm.
an amalgamation of anything of value that you have goes into your
Okay.
resources roll.
Okay.
Now, there are two types of resources roll. We have our monthly cycle roll, which covers things like food and lodging, right?
Yes.
And so the objective of that gets higher or lower depending on how you've spent your time throughout that month and what you've been buying. Those
Uh,
small little purchases like that, we don't roll for. Those just all get lumped into that end of the month roll. Now, if
yes.
you need something like weapons or armor or horses or special gear, maybe a certain potion or some herbs for an alchemist or whatever the case may be, that's where we get into actually making the resource rolls.
Hmm. Exactly. But the thing is, say I want to buy some armor and the ob is 3, and I also want to buy some horses and the ob is 3 too. So we make two different rolls, one for each resource, I suppose, because it's
Yeah,
a different set
you
of
would
things.
most likely make two separate rolls just for the fact that
It's not
who sells armor and horses in the same place.
exactly. Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
So that would be two separate. If you happen to find like a specialized merchant that happens to carry both of these things, maybe with some haggling, since you buy them as a bundle, you could get that lowered down to like an ob 5 and buy them as a bundle.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. So what's Elias gonna do? He's gonna start playing at the.
Yeah. Did we have a name for this tavern? I believe we named it, didn't we?
Yes, I have it down someplace. Hang on.
I throw out so many tavern names.
Yeah, it was
That's
very
one of the
peculiar name. So
It's one of the few things that I have an affinity for naming.
the
When it comes
dirty
to
mare.
characters, I'm like, the Dirty Mare.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, he's gonna head to the Dirty Mare. The sun's starting to set. The bar should be getting rowdy soon. He gathers his equipment and his flute, and he talks to the bartender about setting up shop or whatnot. And you overhear the bartender says that in order for him to set up shop, barkeep wants a 50% cut of whatever he makes.
Wow. Oh well. Huh. Let's see if we can haggle that down. Let's see how haggling works.
You gonna try to haggle down?
Sure.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and try to haggle down. This will be an opposed roll. His intent is to get his full 50%,
Okay.
which even he knows is outrageous.
Okay. Uh, so, and I don't even have haggling, so it's going to be like a beginner's luck thing.
Yeah. But that beginner's luck is sometimes really easy on the first test, and sometimes it's really hard.
Yeah,
Because if they don't get any successes, you can't double zero.
exactly. That's true. That
But
is true.
if they had all successes, then you're kind of fucked.
Yep, and it goes off of will, so my aptitude is 6, and oh, the buyer lowers the obstacle by 1. Yeah, but that is if we're buying something, so we just make it on a post versus. So if
Yep.
we make it, we'll haggle it down to say what 25%.
Sure, if that's what you're comfortable with. 25 sounds reasonable.
Yeah, and
You could even go a step higher than that and haggle that the bar should be paying him for drawing in all the extra customers with his music. That he shouldn't even have to
I
pay
like
the bartender
that,
a cut at all.
that sounds good. That sounds good. And I'll because I like
Yeah,
the both.
try not to limit yourself.
Yeah,
Fuck these bartenders, they're greedy bastards.
yeah, and then I'd like to boast, so it'll be like this is the famous bard Elias. He's going to tell the tale of how a warrior from the north and aided the city guard in destroying the villainous bandits of the Neverwinter Woods. And this is based on a true story, by the way. So you should be paying him. I mean, the least you could do is he's going to bring so many customers in with this story that you won't be sorry.
And he says, I see what you're saying, but what if he's terrible and he drives my customers away? I should be compensated for the money I will lose. That is why I'm charging what I am charging. And he only gets one success, so you need an ob of 2.
So I need an ob up too. Okay, so let's do it. So it's my will, because it goes off a will. So that's 4. So here we go. Woo! 4 successes. Excellent.
Nice.
Nice. And that's actually a routine test, so that goes to my aptitude.
That
for
it
haggling.
does.
Excellent,
Well, the
excellent.
bartender concedes to your point and offers Elias 2 cash die for his
Nice.
abilities for the evening.
All right. So let me just take this down here as Elias's money. Uh, write it down here. Elias, 2 cash dice. Nice. All right.
So Elias is going up and he's going to start his singing, and your job is to make sure nobody fucks with him and nobody pulls the money out of the hat that he's got set out.
All right.
So if he does that, you get to get physical with him.
All right.
The way we're going to determine how much money he makes is we're just going to do a graduated skill test, and
Okay.
every success is going to generate 1 die worth of cash. But I am going to take away the first initial success.
Oh man, you're lagging real bad.
Of your victories today, and so he's going to have to make it up on the fly. So that's absolutely going to raise that objective by
Excellent.
1. So he's 2 objective to start making money, and then every over that is going to be his. So he's going to take his his B4 flute skill, and he's going to fork in his singing,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to fork in his improvisation wise.
All right.
Because, he has that, I suppose. And I'm going to clear these dice out and try this again.
Yeah.
But that does give him quite a bit of dice to roll for this and generate some cash for you guys.
Excellent.
1, 2, 3,
Ooh.
4. So he generates an extra 2 dice worth of cash
Nice.
on the evening's performance, singing this great tale. And go ahead and mark down somewhere on your sheet that he has sung of your deeds 1 time in Neverwinter. And the more he sings about you throughout, the more occasion you're going to gain.
All right.
As more people hear about your
Excellent.
deeds.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
now, in the middle of this, as he's singing, a drunk guy, shiny stuff in a hat, and he goes to reach in to grab it.
All right. So so I'm gonna try to intimidate him. Actually, I'm gonna try to stop him. So I want to grab him, but I have this instinct that is when entering a conflict, always intimidate my opponents. So
Yep.
maybe I should try intimidate first. Let's do intimidate, and if that doesn't stop him, I'll just grab him.
That sounds good.
Oh, how about
He
yeah?
has
How
a
about
will of. I didn't catch what you said. My connection's being really finicky right now.
yeah? No, I'm just trying to nail down the intent of the task. We should let's start that over. So I just um, want to stop him from stealing our money, but I also want to intimidate other people away from stealing our money. You know what I'm saying? Not drive them away from the performance, but uh, try to get the message across to anybody who wants to steal our money that I'm standing there and I'm going to defend it. So
Okay.
oh man, you're lagging real bad.
Will grant you a bonus die to a conspicuous roll.
So wait, I do the intimidate, and if I succeed, then I do a conspicuous roll.
Yes. I mean, you can still do the conspicuous roll on the fail, but the objective is going to be raised. So if you
Okay.
succeed on the
Okay.
intimidate roll with this guy, You'll get the bonus die to your conspicuous, and you'll just successfully intimidated him to not taking the money. If you
Okay.
fail that intimidation roll, he's still going to reach in and grab it. You're going to have to figure something else for him, plus one ob for the conspicuous to let everybody know in the bar that you're not fucking around.
Okay. Okay. So, so
So
it's a
hold on
straight
one second.
intimidation
I am
roll
still
then.
getting quite a bit of lag on my end.
Yes.
Yes, straight intimidation roll against a will of 3.
Yeah. And do you know the
I
lag
do
is you
apologize
or
to
is it
anybody
me?
that's watching about the lag. I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, when I killed a bunch of my processes, it seemed to clear up the lag a little bit, but it
Yeah.
seems to be coming back. I'm going to go ahead and kill my
Oh,
camera for now and see if
okay.
that helps and just do voice only,
Okay.
and maybe
But
that'll help
how about the
determine if
dice roll?
it's. I'll still be able to roll dice.
Oh,
You'll
okay.
see this picture of me instead of my actual face, and maybe that'll take care of some of the lag.
Excellent. Okay. So it's going to be an op 3 because his will is 3.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to do intimidation. And,
Make make sure we role play out before we roll.
yeah, I'm just thinking what else I can do. It's like, I'll just loom over the collection box that we have. Um, hmm. And stats do not help skills, so I can't.
No, you could use like say your sword skill to like flash your steel to him,
Okay,
or
okay.
even your brawling to show him your biceps. Like this isn't something you want to mess with.
Yeah,
Like those are both acceptable forks.
yeah, that's why I was asking for the stats because I was thinking his power as
Yeah.
the physical strength, but brawling works. So I'll fork in brawling.
Yeah.
So so I got 3 dice for intimidation and an extra dice for the fork, the brawling the fork. So I'll just flex my muscles and look really mean, and let's go with that. So what's my ob? It's his will, right?
Yeah. Your ob is going to be his will
Will
of
is
3,
3.
and if you fail, he's going to grab some money out of the hat, and you're going to be left with a physical confrontation with him to get it back.
All right. So this is going to be a difficult test for my intimidation because it's 4 dice against an op 3. So so let's roll it. And here we go. Ooh, just 1 success. So that's a
Just one.
fail.
So
Yep.
he's just like, you ain't gonna do shit. And he's visibly drunk. He's slurring his words, and he grabs some coinage out of the hat.
Okay, so I don't do any conspicuous tests now?
Well, we can still do the conspicuous test, but we're gonna have to resolve this issue with this guy first before we go into conspicuous.
Okay. So,
So, we could do like a straight up brawling versus test.
sure, sure.
So
Uh,
his intent is going to be to keep a hold of the money and throw a
make it
punch or
right.
two, whatever he needs to do to get away from you.
Okay. And my intent is to just get my money back. So punch him or beat him as much as I need to till he gives me the money. Just make sure he doesn't get away with my money.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well, here's his roll. He only got the 1 success.
Nice. So I'm doing brawling, and brawling is 3 dice versus an ob of 1. So that's a routine test for brawling.
Yes, be aware you do need 2 successes. He is the defender. A tie will give it to him.
Ooh, that's true. All right. So Let's see. Oh well. Let's see how it goes. Oh, just one success. Not good.
So he snags a cash die out of it, pops you across the jaw, and while you're dazed, he leaves the bar. I mean,
All right.
coins in hand, like it gave his swing a bit more heft, that extra weight. So he dazes you,
Okay.
and then he just up and leaves.
Okay.
So now you're at a +1 ob for this conspicuous roll. On top of the base ob of 1,
All
and
right.
plus it is loud in the bar, so we're going to add another ob. So you're going to be an ob 3 for the conspicuous.
Wow, that's really tough. Okay, but what happens? What's our what are we? What's our intent here? To prevent future thefts.
Yeah, that would be the intent.
All right. All right. So if I succeed, nobody else makes an attempt, and if I fail, one more guy does it.
Yeah, or we could get harsh with it, and you guys could get run out of the bar. Like if
Okay.
you fail, you don't lose any money, but it gets so
Okay.
rowdy and so many people are trying that you have to like whisk Elias away and get him out of the bar in order to preserve the rest of your money.
I like it. That's better. That's better. All right. So, all right. So my UB is 3, and I'm gonna do conspicuous. I want to fork in brawling, and intimidation, I suppose. Or actually, brawling didn't work out so well for me last time. So I'm gonna fork in my sword. I'm just gonna show some steel and fork in intimidation.
All right.
So that's gonna be 4 dice in my conspicuous. Um, yep, 4 dice against an op 3. That's still a
Yeah.
routine test. No,
No,
difficult
no,
test
that's
actually.
difficult.
Difficult. Let me see. Can I make that routine? I would need an extra die.
You always
Uh,
throw up a persona in it to get that extra die.
no, but
No, we wouldn't
Persona
make it
Persona
routine because it'd
doesn't
be
work.
Artha.
No,
Yeah, you're
exactly.
right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Got intimidation, unless I can fork in brawling again, but I don't know if I can.
No,
Maybe
I don't
push
think
a
that'd work
few
too well.
customers around.
Elias could give you an oratory helping die.
That's good. So one more. So that brings me up to 5 dice. So that means that I can make it a routine conspicuous test. I like that. So
So
let's do it.
Elias sees all this go down, and he stops
Mhm.
playing and he calls the room's attention. He's like, "Listen up, everybody. This shit's not gonna fly, and here is why." And he just leaves it
So
over to you.
yeah. So I'll draw my sword and I'll plant it like between my feet in front of the box and say, "This is our livelihood, people. Uh, you play nice, uh, or you'll face the consequences." And that
Sounds
forks
good
in
to
my
me.
sword and my intimidation. So up 3. Here we go. 4 successes.
Nice
Yes.
roll.
And I got my
Nobody
nice
puts.
routine test for
All right, all right,
conspicuous.
all right. We're not all drunken bastard thieves. We just want to hear some music and enjoy ourselves. Calm
Excellent.
down. Simmer down. So, rest of the night goes as planned. Elias comes up with a grand total of 5 cash dice
Wow, nice.
between what he earned, what was stolen, and what he got from the barkeep for playing.
All right.
He says that you are entitled to half
So I'll take
as
2.
his.
Yeah.
That's what he was going to suggest since he's like you're entitled to half, but You let some guy run off with part of your half.
All right. Nice. So I got 6 cash dice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you got some nice little cash going on now.
Yep.
So we can go ahead. That's he plays well into the night. Everybody's merry. Food and drink are flowing if you partake. And
Sure.
unless you have anything else, we can jump to morning, and you can go see the guard captain.
Let's do that.
All right. So morning comes. Elias is sleeping in and recouping his strength. He had quite an eventful day and a half.
Mm-hmm.
You make yourself over to the guard post, and Guard Captain Tolley welcomes you in his office with open arms. You have found a
Excellent.
friend in him, and Arngrim, thank you so very much for everything that you've done. Those bandits have plagued our lands for way too long, and they've cut off supplies to us from the north because they won't send caravans down for fear of the bandits. You have done this town a great service. I would like to repay you. I'm not sure what you need, but we do have horses available, as it seems that you're traveling on foot right now. If not, we also have an armorer in town that owes me a favor or two,
I'm
or
in
we could
need of
simply give you cash.
I'm in need of both things. I am in need of horses and better armor. All I have is this lousy gambeson. I need to procure. So if you can part with the horses, I could use maybe 2 riding horses and a pack animal, so we can continue our traveling.
So sadly, we don't have any pack animals, but
All right,
I can get you 2 horses.
and that'll be just great. So I am very
Great.
thankful for your help.
He says you're staying over at the Dirty Mare, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
I will have the animals sent to the Dirty Mare, and they will be tied up in their stables, awaiting your leave.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. 2 riding horses. All right. So I need to find me an armorer. And he says he's got someone, so I suppose I
Yeah.
can get directions from him.
Yep. He points you to the Fire and the Steel Armory.
Nice.
And give me a second. Let me look up objectives for
For
three-quarters
resources.
armor. I've got it right here on my Clippy.
367 is the page. Okay. I want run-of-the-mill light mail, which is an op 3.
Okay.
So,
So you've got 6 dice on an ob 3 is absolutely routine. Elias
mm-hmm.
can offer a helping resource die as well to get
All
you
right.
up to the 7, just to really solidify this as a routine test to get you this armor.
Okay. 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 Now the thing is, the whole 7 dice goes away, right?
Your 6 cash die will go away. Elias's is a helping die. He's not giving you cash die for it. He actually has a resource exponent, and he's
Oh, okay.
giving you a helping die from his resource exponent.
From his resource exponent. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, sure. Let's do it. What the hell? Let me see. So all of my cash dice go into this roll.
Correct.
All right. So that's 7 dice with an ob 3. So here we go. Okay, if I make it, he's got the run of the mill. Actually, well, run of the mill. How about Superior? Let me just for the sake of it, check how Superior works. I didn't even look. Plate mail. Superior quality arms. Where the hell is Superior? Is there even
Uh,
superior?
um,
Because I'm seeing superior quality arms, but I'm not seeing superior quality armor for sale.
I'm looking. What's the difference between run-of-the-mill sword and a superior sword in regards to resource exponent?
Let me check. It says run-of-the-mill arms is up 3, and superior arms is up 5. So it's actually a two-step.
Okay, well, yeah, and that it makes sense to keep it as a two-step. So
Yeah.
if you want the superior, it'll be an op 5
Wow.
on
No,
7
that's
dice.
yeah, that's kind of
It'll
pushing it.
be
A difficult test, actually. No, that's kind of pushing it. I'm just thinking of failure consequences. If I fail it, um,
you'll still get the armor,
okay,
but you'll have to wait a week. He won't have any in your size in stock, and he's gonna have to actually make up some new shit for you.
okay,
So
okay.
you're gonna be stuck sticking around Neverwinter for a week.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
So are we going
So
superior or run of the mill?
if I miss, I still get it.
Yeah, if you miss, I'll still give it to you, but it's not going to advance your resource exponent because you need the successful test to get that from 0 to 1.
Yeah. Uh, I feel like risking it because the payoff is pretty good. Uh, so yeah, what the hell? Let's risk it and see if it's. So it's going to be a difficult test. So even if I succeed, it doesn't count, does it?
Um, I don't see why it wouldn't. Like, if you only need one successful routine test to advance your exponent from 0 to 1, I don't see why a successful difficult test wouldn't do the same thing.
Okay. Okay. So let's do it. Let's see what happens. Here we go. It's 1, 2, 3 successes.
With a 6.
So with a 6, so I'm gonna throw in a fate and see what happens. So let me see. That's one fate point I'm throwing in here. Let's open it up. So just roll one more. So it's 1, 2, 3 successes. 4 successes. And it
And it
goes up
keeps
again.
exploding. One
Oh,
more.
oh
Oh,
so
so
close.
close.
So close.
Oh. Well, you will still get your mail, but now you are struck here
Yes.
for a week.
Yeah.
So
That was
let's
pretty cool.
jump straight into the next scene. Get it going real
All right.
quick. As you leave, your order has been placed. Your measurements have been taken. Go ahead and roll me an observation.
All right. So observation. It's I'm still beginners locking it. So
Still beginners looking it, and it is going to be versus a stealthy test. So what's going on here is okay. So Elias can read. I want to be very clear about this.
all
Elias
right.
does read. You are aware Elias reads
Okay.
because someone at the present moment is attempting to slip a note in your pocket
Okay.
without you being aware.
All right.
So if you pass your observation, you're going to catch him up slipping this note. If you fail it, you're not going to realize the note's in your pocket yet.
Okay.
It's just going to go in, and then uh, at the end of the night, when you retire, is when you'll find the note.
All right.
So, and he is
So
a sneaky bastard.
okay. And if I make it, I get a glimpse of him or something, or
You
just a note.
catch him with his hand in your pocket,
Okay. So I get a
and
look
you'll
at his face.
yeah, and you'll be able to react. You are looking at an ob 4.
Wow. Okay. So that's after doubling or before doubling?
That's after the doubling. That is your final
Okay.
ob. Is ob 4.
Okay. So here we go.
Are my dice rolls not showing up on my screen for you?
No.
Oh, that sucks. Probably need video for it then.
Yeah, but I still miss because it's I just got 3 successes.
Yes. So yeah,
One,
you don't notice this mysterious person who slips a note in your pocket. Do you
mm-hmm.
have anything else you would like to do for the day?
Uh, no, I got my armor. That's probably all I really need right now.
Okay,
Uh,
well, we can go ahead and zoom out and skip to nighttime when you find the note in your room with Elias.
all right.
You're turning in for the night, and you reach in your pocket, and there's a piece of paper that wasn't there before, and you're like, "What the fuck's this?"
So, I see the markings on it. What I want to do is I want to try and read it. Maybe see if Elias can teach me how to read.
Perfect. Elias
So,
might be able to teach you how to read. Do you want to go ahead and take your beginner's luck read check?
sure, sure.
So this will be
So, how
op
does
two.
teaching work? Teaching is with practice,
So for him
right?
to teach you, he has to have the instruction skill,
Yeah. Oh, okay. So,
which he does not have. So what would
mhm,
happen is he'd try to teach you, you would fail regardless because he doesn't have the instruction skill, and he'll get frustrated like it's your fault until he beginner's lucks it enough time to actually open up the instruction skill to teach you.
okay. So, so if I beginner's luck it and I miss, nothing really happens now, does it?
No, you just won't be able to read the note. Or you could, I mean, you could, read it, but you don't read it correctly.
Okay. So,
And then you can either have Elias check it for you, or we can just go ahead and roll with, whatever
you know what I
misinformation you
think?
happen to get
Well,
from the note.
exactly. What I'm thinking is if he tries to beginner luck it and he fails, he reads it incorrectly, and I don't know if it'll mess up what you're thinking, but maybe he can get a wrong impression of what the note says.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I fail and I give it to him to read, then
Yeah, it doesn't
there's no
really cut it. But
consequence. Yeah.
at that same point, he won't take an instruction roll with you
No,
at,
no,
at
I'll
this
just do it.
particular junction.
Yeah,
You'll just
I'll just
think that you
beginner
read
luck it.
it, and you're like, hey, it finally clicked, I can read.
Yeah. Okay.
When really you
So
can't. So,
okay,
yeah, you're looking at an ob 2.
up two. Okay. So and reading is based off perception, is it? Hang on.
Um, I am
No,
not.
it probably doesn't even matter because I have 4 either way. So let me just check it. Read perception. Yes.
Okay,
So it's an op 2 because it's beginner's luck, right?
correct.
So let's see. Oh, actually, wait. Did I take off my persona? No, I did not. I mean my fate. My fate. Um. So here we go. Op 2. 2 successes. All right.
All right, so you got it, and the note reads, "You're operating in our territory. My boss requires a meeting and an apology. Be behind." Oh, name for new tavern, new tavern, new tavern. Now I'm blanking on taverns. Be behind the Sorcerer's Apprentice at
All
midnight
right.
tonight.
All right.
Signed, M.
So I'll share the note with Elias and see what he thinks. Because obviously we run afoul of some criminals and they just want to hit us up for money. I'm just thinking what we're going to do.
He concurs with your assessment that there must be a criminal underworld and they want a cut of our pie.
Yeah.
And he's like, the only two options I see are meeting them or leaving. If we stay and we don't meet them, bad shit's liable to happen. It's
Yes.
obvious they have eyes and ears all over town. They'll know if we don't leave. Even if we leave, bad stuff could happen. And meeting them, bad stuff could possibly happen too. But it
All right.
seems like the safest option we have at the moment. But we should probably be prepared.
All right. Does Elias have any weapons? He
Elias
doesn't, right?
does not have any weapons.
All right.
Elias has no physical fighting skill of any kind.
Okay.
He has devoted his life to learning and his craft.
All right. Well,
Great
still,
help, great help in Duel of Wits. In a physical confrontation, he's gonna stay away.
yeah. No, I'm just thinking of maybe having him be as a lookout or something, because at least there's a second pair of eyes to watch my back.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, let's go meet him.
Cool. So we will jump ahead a couple hours. You guys,
Hmm.
you eat your dinner and whatnot. And yeah, the bar is fairly easy to find. So you get there about 10 minutes ahead of time
Hmm.
to stake
I'm
out.
bringing my weapons. I'm bringing
Oh,
my weapons and my armor, of course.
oh God, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, so the alley is very, very poorly lit. Any observations checks will be done at a +1 objective.
All right.
I mean, because it's like all you have is the moonlight to see in this alley.
All right.
Seems kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
There is a rooftop access that Elias could get to better help watch your back.
I'll tell him to take it, cause and it's a dead end.
It is a dead end.
All right. So hmm.
So Elias tells you that if he sees anything out of the ordinary, he'll play a solitary note on his flute, and then he's gonna, you know, duck out.
All right. So I want to stand near the entrance of the alley. I don't want to get too deep into the dead end.
So after
So
about 10 minutes, you hear the solitary note, and you hear footsteps coming from the dead end side of the alley.
okay. So they're coming in from the dead end. All right. That's good. Uh. Okay. I'll take a look. How many guys do I see?
You only see the one guy. He's slender built, but not scrawny.
Okay.
He's draped in very, very dark clothing, hood, mask. It's hard to actually discern who he might be. But he
All
approaches
right.
you, arms out, no weapons in hand, but he does have a blindfold.
All right.
And he says, "Yeah, you must be Arngrim. I'm going to need you to put this on."
I don't think so.
Well, I can't let you know where my master is, and he would like to meet with you. He's not a man that you want to refuse.
Uh,
I promise no harm will come to you. This will be an act of parley only. And if you guys cannot come to an agreement, we will guarantee safe passage back to your end. But I can't say much more for after that.
uh, all right. So I guess we're going with it. Uh, yeah, I don't like it, but I'm
Yeah,
trying to think of.
I didn't think you would, but, you know,
Uh,
you killed some shady people. So, yeah, he allows you to put the blindfold on, and he leads you down to the end of the alley.
okay.
You're going down some kind of staircase,
All right.
and then you walk down a straight hallway about 15 minutes, and for the next 5 or 6 minutes, you're taking a multitude of turns
Mm-hmm.
before they stop you and pull off your blindfold. And sitting before you is a very charismatic looking man. Real
All
dark,
right.
short cropped hair, nice, dark, polished armor. Like it's almost obsidian. Like it's dark, but it's shiny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Thank you for coming."
All right. Is there anybody else that I can see, or just the other guy?
Oh yeah, there's lots and lots of different people
Oh,
scurrying.
okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
you're in like the heart of a lair of some kind.
okay. So there's torches and people are
Yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah. There's torches. There's people running about, sharpening weapons, practicing picking locks.
All right.
It's kind of damp and dank. You get the impression that you're somewhere underground.
Okay. All right. So said I have acceded to your request. I still fail to see what business you have with me or my companion, but I understand that we are here to discuss terms of my friend performing on your town.
Well, it's not so much my friend performing. It's you performing the bodyguard work, the protection.
Oh,
That you providing protection services dips in our pocket.
mm,
So we have decided that we can let this slide, but we need you to do something for us.
all right. Something like what?
Well, there's a local armorer here in town who runs the Fire and Steel.
Ah, there we go.
He has in his possession a particular dagger that was stolen from us by a disgruntled employee, you could say, and sold to him before he made his escape.
Hmm.
We would like this dagger back. We don't much care how you get it back, as long as you get it back. If you can do that, we'll allow you to operate within our town in any capacity you see fit, and we will have no quarrel with you.
Wow. How much is this dagger worth?
The worth is not important.
Can't you just buy it?
We could, but he won't deal with us. He is of an honorable sort who
All
won't be
right.
seen associating with us. The only reason he bought the dagger in the first place was because he was not aware of this particular employee's affiliations with us.
I see. Uh, so can you describe the dagger for me?
That I can. The dagger is a rather plain looking dagger. It's about 7.5 inches in length, standard cross guard. The hilt is wrapped in leather. On the pommel, there is a very specific insignia inscribed on it. And he draws out the insignia for you right quick and shows you what it is.
Okay.
Like, while this dagger does not have much material worth, it has quite a bit of sentimental value and is very important to this guild.
So this Smith, he's aware of the significance of the dagger and
He
the
is not.
markings on it.
He is not. As far as he is concerned, this is just a run-of-the-mill dagger. However, he has been suspecting that it does have something to do with us, although he doesn't know for sure.
All
Last
right.
I heard, at least.
All right. So I am meeting with this man in a week because he is providing a service for me too. Uh, do I need? Can I have a week to procure this dagger?
A week sounds reasonable.
All right. And once I have it, uh, how do I get back in touch with you? Come here to the Sorcerer's Apprentice?
Once you have it, we will contact you.
All right.
So, unless you have any other questions, my associate here will lead you out and take you back where we found you.
So just get the dagger and bring it to you. All right. Uh, uh, okay, so he's giving me a week, so we can operate, well, uh,
Yeah,
safely during that week until I get the dagger. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
that is
So,
correct. He does tell
and
you that
see,
while you can't operate for the week, if that dagger is not in his possession by the end of the week, he is going to break both of Elias's kneecaps.
sounds fair. All right. So I ask him what do I call you?
You can just call me M.
M. Okay.
And for
All
that
right.
matter, you can call any one of us M.
M. All right.
We all go by the same name. Because in our line of
Okay.
work, anonymity is our best friend.
I see. Well then, I'll bid you a good night then.
All right, so they lead you out
All right.
and just
Okay.
tells you to wait 30 seconds before you take off the blindfold.
Okay.
And when you do, he is nowhere to be seen.
Okay. So he just leads me back to the alley, right?
Yeah, just leaves you in the alley, tells you to wait 30 seconds before you take off the blindfold.
All right. All right. I'll do that. Okay. So once I take it off, I'll just signal Elias to meet me, uh, and I'll explain the situation to him. Uh,
Elias is no longer at the alley.
oh no. Okay. So he's not at the post.
No, he.
All right.
After you put on a blindfold and were led down the dark alley, he left,
Oh, all right. So
thinking that that would be the best choice.
okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. So so sure, I'll make my way back to the inn then,
Go,
and uh,
and he is there.
all
He
right,
decided to go back there and wait, make a
all
little bit
right,
of money. Throughout the course of the week, we're gonna roll his skill, and oh wait, I gotta clear.
that's okay. I can't see it, so just
Yeah,
tell me.
we'll roll his skill, and then we'll multiply the successes by 2, and that'll be his take for the entire week.
Sounds good.
Only 4.
Well, four after you multiply it.
After the multiply,
Okay.
I got 2 5s on 6 dice,
All right. All right.
so that's still an extra 4 cash die. So you guys both get another 2 apiece.
Okay.
So that'll help out.
Yeah,
And the end of the
definitely.
week is here.
Okay. So I got 2 cash dice. All right. So all right. Um,
Yeah, time to head to the Fire
armorers.
and Steel.
Yep. So I'll go over there and pick up my armor.
Says, right on time. Prompt, I like that. And here is your armor. It should fit quite perfectly.
Okay. So I try it on. I want to try it on. So so after I put it on, um, I ask him. Says I'm in need of a dagger. May I see which daggers do you have available for sale? So I want to see if he has the particular knife on display.
Um,
Actually, I just before I do that, after I put my armor on, I say I want another look at your wares. I may need additional weaponry, and I want to look around, see if I can find the dagger, see if I can see it, if he has it on display or.
he does not have it on display.
Mhm. Hmm. So so I'll ask him. I'll say, uh, do you have any additional daggers available for sale?
Says not available for sale. So they do have one, but it's a very peculiar story and has already been promised to another customer for quite an exorbitant amount of money. And considering the plain stature of the dagger, I'm not sure why he wants it so bad.
Hmm. I see. And so this dagger is not for sale anymore.
If you can make me a better offer than he, I would most certainly part with it, but when I say exorbitant, I mean ridiculously so. It would be the equivalent of an Op 10 resource roll.
Wow. So so I'll ask him. Can I see this strange dagger? Um, if the asking price is so expensive, uh, or
Of course.
will you tell me the story behind this weapon that it gathers that it commands such a high price?
And he pulls out the dagger and he shows it to you. And he says it's a very peculiar story that a young man, about 18, brought it in about 2 weeks ago and sold it to me quite dirt cheap. Which, considering it's just, your normal dagger, I didn't think much of it. But nobody's seen that young man since. Rumor has it that he fled town. About 3 days later, another man came in and wanted the dagger and offered me a ridiculous amount of money right up front. So apparently there's some value to this dagger that I wasn't aware of, and that was his folly. Had he offered me even a paltry sum, I would have sold the dagger to him. But he offered me such an exorbitant amount of money and told me that he needed a little bit of time to get it together and asked me to hold it for him.
All right.
The only distinguishing feature of this dagger is this marking right here. And he
And
shows you the
it's
marking on the pommel.
and it's the same marking, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
it's definitely the dagger you're looking for.
so did anyone else try to purchase this dagger from you other than this
No,
gentleman?
only this one gentleman. I actually expect to see him by the end of the night with the money.
So I tell him, I'll describe the man that I know as M to him. I say, is this the gentleman who is trying to buy the dagger from you?
No, it is not. It's a blonde-haired man that came in to purchase my dagger,
All right, all right.
and I honestly don't know where he came from. He's not from Neverwinter. He spoke with
I
a very
see.
strange accent.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, this is tough because he's gonna get a lot of money from him. Um,
It is. So at this point, you have a few options for obtaining this dagger. You can go the quick and brutal route and kill this guy and just take it.
yeah,
But there may
yeah,
have been witnesses that saw you go into the shop. You could lose your renown here with a Neverwinter and, become a fugitive yet again.
yeah,
You
yeah. Well,
can try to steal the dagger from him without his knowledge,
mhm.
although going that route, suspicion would fall on you again since you're the only person that's come in and asked for the dagger.
Because I'm thinking
Or
of leveling with the guy, just telling him why I need it.
yeah, or you could Duel of Wits him.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just try to duel a wits him, because I'll. Yep.
Yeah. So
Sure.
is it
Let's try a DOW. Why not?
perfect? Let me
Uh,
grab my scripting sheet.
so here's what I want to do. I want to write a belief actually before we start.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So is um, let me see. I will procure this dagger. Uh, and I will procure this dagger so I can keep Elias safe.
Perfect. Sounds good to me.
All right.
So, are you going to level with this guy
Yes.
before your Duel of Wits, and then Duel of Wits, or are you going to use that within the Duel of Wits? Because that will change his statement of purpose.
Huh. I don't know. uh, maybe I should level before.
Sounds
What do you
good.
think? What's more exciting? I'll leave it to you.
Well, if you don't level with him before it, he's just going to be arguing about how much money he's getting for this
Yeah,
dagger, and
no.
why should he give it to you when you can't afford it? Now, if you level with him,
Yeah.
now there's that instinct about, and his belief about the Thieves Guild,
Okay.
and why because he doesn't agree with them, and he doesn't want them to have it.
All right.
Once he realizes that it's there, now he has a real reason to keep it and not even sell it to the other guy, but not give it to you as well, because he
Oh.
doesn't want the Thieves Guild to have it because he doesn't like the Thieves Guild.
All right. All right. So. So yeah, I guess I'll level with him before.
Sounds good to
that
me.
that'll make it more exciting, right?
Hmm.
So my statement of purpose is uh, you will give me the dagger. Because it is a harmless weapon, and it will help to save my friend's life and livelihood. Me and my friend, actually.
Okay. His statement of purpose is the vile thieves deserve nothing, and I will see that they get exactly that.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. So, body of argument.
Okay. So I got a will. I got a my main skill. Hang on. Let me see what I can roll for my which skills I can use for my body of argument. Uh,
Body of argument will be any of the skills that you can use for the actions on the Duel of Wits. So your
yeah, I'm just
course
checking the.
persuasion, command, extortion, falsehood, intimidation, ugly truth, seduction, any of those, plus whatever forks you may have.
Okay. Wait, you can fork stuff into the
Yeah,
to the DOW?
yeah, I'm almost positive you can fork in DOW. I don't see why you couldn't. You can. I
Uh,
mean, if you look at our fight mechanics, when you
no,
roll your
no, but
fight, you can fork your brawling into your sword skill in a scripted fight. I don't see why you couldn't fork, an ugly truth into a persuasion.
you can do it during the as part of your action, but for the deal for the body of argument, you can't. It
No.
says only. Let me see. Um, each player tests his skill. Add any successes from the skill test to your character's will exponent. this total is the body of argument for this duel. Note this total. And it just says only coarse persuasion, interrogation, oratory, persuasion, poisonous platitudes, rhetoric, or stentorious debate may be rolled for the BOA.
Well, it
I don't
stands to
think.
reason that you could fork one of those into it as well. Like you're making a skill test for successes. You can fork things into a skill test. So as long as the fork you're using is appropriate, that you could use it on its own for a body of argument, you can fork that
Okay.
in.
Okay, I guess it's not going to really matter. It's just going to be more larger number of points.
Yeah.
So,
So he is
so
coming with 5 altogether right now,
he's got
and he only picks up 2 successes. So he's only got a body of argument of 5, or
of
yeah,
two.
5 of 5
So his
altogether.
total
His body of argument
is 5.
is 5 points.
Okay. Okay, so I got my will, plus I got stubborn, which gives me 2 dice to roll, plus my persuasion is 2 more dice, which is my skill, so that's 4 dice to roll. Plus I'm going to fork in my intimidation, and I think that's all I can fork in. So I got I got 5 dice to roll also.
Cool. That's it.
So let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3 successes plus my will of 4. That would be a body of argument of 7. But I want to blow that up with some fate.
All right.
So I'm going to fate that. And that's my persuasion skill. So that's a fate point I'm spending on my persuasion. And let's blow it up. So wait, I got 1, 2, 3 successes plus my will of 4. That's 7. Plus this blows up, and that's 8. So my
Nice.
body of argument is 8 versus
Nice.
his 5.
Let's go ahead and get scripting.
Yep.
All right, I am scripted and ready when you are.
Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm scripted. So my first action is a point. And yours?
All right, I have scripted and avoid.
All right. So point versus avoid is a standard obstacle for me, I suppose. No, wait. That can't be right. Point versus avoid is a versus test, actually.
It is.
There we go.
And then my successes subtract from your successes.
Exactly. So I will use my persuasion, and I'll say, look, there's, come on, we're just passing through. We're going to be gone in a few days anyway. Nobody needs to get hurt. It's just a dagger. You sell daggers every day to everybody, so one more dagger. What difference can it make? Anybody can procure a dagger. It has no worth. Just give it to us and help us not get hurt by these people.
And he's just like, daggers and swords and armor and wizards and fighters, and none of this matters to me.
So, oh, and I should have said, because I wanted to fork in intimidation. So it's like, uh, look, uh, uh, this is my friend and me that's getting uh, threatened here by the guild. I don't want to threaten anybody else. Um, and I'm a pretty violent person myself, so I really, really just want to walk away from this. So I can fork in my intimidation to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. So he gets to roll his will,
So it's
and he comes up
persuasion.
with 2 successes.
So I'm doing persuasion and with a fork with intimidation. So I got 3 dice to roll. And you got how many successes? 2?
2.
So that's a routine persuasion test. I'm just gonna put it down on a piece of paper because then
Yep.
at the end of the encounter I can figure out which test I
Yep.
want to log. Right?
Sounds good.
Yeah. So let me put here DOW rolls, persuasion, and well, actually, yeah, or and even the BOA roll was no, the BOA doesn't count really as a test, does it?
No, I mean, it's still a test. You can.
Well, yeah,
It's
it was
against an obstacle of 1, so it's just a routine test.
for determining the
Uh,
BOA. Yeah,
or
so it's
yeah,
a
I mean, I suppose it'd be routine because it's like a graduated test.
okay. So
Like,
I'm just yeah.
yeah, all tests
I
can
just
be logged, so that'd just be a routine.
Yeah, I just want to write it down on a piece of paper and then pick and choose what we're going to do at the end of the
Yep.
day. All right, so I'm rolling 3 dice. How many successes did you get?
I got 2.
Ouch. So here we go. I got 2 also. So nothing happens?
Yep, nothing happens.
Excellent. All right.
So volley 2, I've scripted a point.
And I've scripted in sight.
All right. So let's see. A point versus an insight is a standard test for me.
And a standard test for me.
All right.
Wow. So hit me.
So he just tells you the Thieves Guilds are dirty, backstabbing people, and if this is important to them, I will not give it to them under any means.
Is this a young guy or an old guy?
He's an old guy. He's late 40s.
All right. It's a good thing because I'm early 40s and I'm not an old guy. So, so me, the player, not the
yeah, I feel you.
But I'm gonna go. Look, old man. Um, I have no time for cowards. Um, just give it to me. You will avoid a world of hurt. They know you have the dagger. I know you have the dagger. There's 2 ways to get this: the easy way or the hard way. Just give it to me, you old fool.
There you go.
And that's inside.
I was waiting on the insult. All right, so let's roll it up. He is rolling 5, and he picks up 2 successes.
All right, so that knocks my BOA down to 6, and I'm doing my insight is a intimidation roll against what? A standard op? So it's his will. Yep, it's his will. So what's his will exponent?
His will is only 3.
3. Okay, so it's a 3 versus 3. And, gee, do I want to put a persona in this? Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to blow a persona on this.
All right.
So that's an intimidation roll. Man, my intimidation will eventually will Aristea or something because I'm blowing some Artha
Yep.
on it.
You can get that
So
gray shade at some point.
Yeah, at some point. Okay, so this is going to be an intimidation versus. Um, what's the obstacle was what again?
3.
His will is 3. So that's 4. No, 3 dice versus 3 is a difficult.
Even with your
The persona doesn't count for the.
oh, yes, correct.
Yeah. So it's going to be 4 dice that I'm rolling. So here we go. Son of a bitch. So it's just 1 success. I'm going to Artha that. I'm going to fate
All right.
that.
All right.
Yeah, let me fate it. Where's my fate? Where's my fate? 7. And that's another fate. Spend on intimidation. So come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me clear that. So I got 1 success. I need 2 more. Oh! Damn, so I missed by 2. So my op goes up by 2 for the next exchange.
Yep.
Is that correct? For the next volley, actually.
Let's
Yep.
see.
Oh, man.
Margin of failure is no. It's added as advantage dice to my next test. So on this next test, I get
All
2
right,
dice
all right.
extra to roll.
Ouch. Wow. So what's your next action?
So I have obfuscate scheduled.
All right. So I have point. So
All
point
right.
versus obfuscate is a versus test.
Yes, it is. And I have to interrupt you as you're speaking. Ooh, hey, hold on. Somebody's ringing my doorbell.
Sure.
Which is strange. And I don't have video on tonight. It's causing lag. All right, I am back. Sorry about that. The kids locked out my girlfriend.
Oh wow. Okay. So you okay now?
Yeah. We're good. Let's do it.
Okay. So I'll go. So I'm still intimidating him, and I'm going like, I said, don't make me do this. It's just a dagger. Nobody's gonna get hurt because
Oh,
it's.
blah blah blah. And it's just a waterfall. And it's only the sky. This
What?
means nothing.
Excellent. It's a non sequitur. I like it.
Nope.
So it's you against me, and I'm going with persuasion and intimidation fork. So I'm rolling 3 dice.
He is only rolling 3 as well.
So it's persuasion. 3 versus 3 is difficult test.
He got no successes.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! And I'm
Nice.
blowing it up. Yeah. Blow it up. Blow it up. Another fate in this one. So now it's another fate to persuasion.
Hold on 1 second. I have 2 extra dice from your last roll that I forgot about.
Damn it!
So let's get those. Maybe we can get a couple of successes in. Just 1.
Okay. Just 1. Okay, so it knocks 1
Just
my. So it's I got 2 successes right now. So I'm gonna spend a fate on that, and I'm gonna roll 2 more dice.
All right.
Ooh, and I get 1 more. Come on, come
2
on,
more.
come on.
Damn.
All right, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes minus your 1 success is 4 to your body or argument.
No.
Yes.
You get all of your successes.
But
I
doesn't.
lost my versus test, so your action goes off, and your successes are applied per your action description, and you get a plus 1d boon dice on your next action. So you
Oh,
just knocked me completely out of this fight. Like I'm
yes!
done. That's
Excellent!
5. Did I do any damage to your body of argument at all?
Yes, 2 points.
Two
So there's
points. So that's
a
a minor concession.
yeah.
Oh, let's see, minor concession. Um, he says, okay, I'll make you a deal. You can have this dagger. I'll give it to you. No price. But I need you, after you give it to them, to tell me where their entrance to their lair is.
That's not minor. That's pretty
No?
big. No, that's gonna get me a world of trouble. Uh,
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
no, I'm thinking. Well, the entrance to the hideout. Entrance is not too bad.
Yeah, he just needs to know where it's at. He doesn't need to know how to get in or, any other intel. He just wants to know how to get there.
Okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell him. I'll give you the information, but you have to promise me not to do anything about it until a couple of days have passed.
I will give you a week.
That's good. That's good.
Perfect.
All right.
Sounds good.
So I'll tell him that the entrance is at the back alley of the Sorcerer's Apprentice Inn.
He says,
And
perfect. He gives you the dagger, and he wishes you and your friend well.
excellent. Yes. So I'll exit the armorer's shop, and as I do, there's probably a lantern or something at the entrance, so I'll kind of look at the dagger outside, so because I know somebody's got to be watching me, so I'll just flash it like
Yeah.
this and put it in my belt.
Sounds good. And as you're walking down the road,
Mhm.
that familiar hooded face comes,
Mhm.
asks you to put your blindfold back on,
All right.
and leads you through all the corridors, and you find yourself in front of him once again. And the dagger is already in his hand
Excellent.
as your blindfold comes off, and he says, good work.
Thank
You've
you.
done as we've asked, and we no longer have quarrel. You and your friend are free to operate as you see fit, and if you ever have any issues within my territory, please come to me and let me know.
I'll thank him, and I'll say we will be leaving the city soon, but we will probably come back up this way at some point, uh, and
And he,
we will. Yeah.
he tells you, that if you were ever in Waterdeep, you could look up his brother M.
All right. All right. I like it. So
So, you want to go ahead and call it here for the night?
yes,
I
because
know we said we were going to do a bit of a shorter game, and here we are almost
yes.
at our normal stopping time anyways.
No, but I think this is perfect because we got a little bit more time to do Artha,
Mm-hmm.
and this is an organically sound point to stop because
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the next thing is to just leave. I got the horses, I got the armor.
Yep.
Just get out of here. Excellent.
Good. So let's go on down the list. Belief, Artha. You got horses, which helps you get to Misty Forest, so that's worth a fate.
Yeah, hang on. Let me get those rewards right here. Okay, so that's worth 1 fate.
That's
And
worth one fate. Don't think I saw anything too bold this
didn't I?
term. I
Hang
did
on,
not.
hang on. Let's review real quick. No, I tried to get into the whatchamacallit, into the pickpockets phase, but that wasn't very.
No, you got knocked on your
I,
ass.
I didn't get
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So nothing for bold. You
No.
completed your belief about the dagger.
So that's a persona.
That's a persona. I don't think any instincts made life difficult.
Let me see. Let me see. No, I didn't actually.
All
No,
right.
I follow my instinct, but it never gets me into trouble. So,
Well, and like if you do the opposite of that, like your instinct that you always have your sword out in combat, if you ever enter combat without your sword out,
yeah,
that that'll be worth the fate point for making life difficult with your trait because you're playing against the trait. The trait's still being played, just not in the manner it's intended.
exactly, exactly.
Um,
And it works against me. Yeah,
yeah. So traits did not send the story in a new direction.
no,
There's no humor, and still haven't hit that right skill, right time.
no, no.
So,
So that's one,
uh,
basically one fate, one persona. Are we
yeah,
missing anything else?
that's the way it's looking. Didn't have a lot of roles for workhorse or MVP this time around.
No,
Oh, yeah, no mold breaker.
no.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's just the one fate and the one persona.
All right.
But if you want, we can go ahead and do a trait vote.
I think, yeah, we could do a couple of trades because I think,
Yeah, this is the end of session 4. Like, I feel that it's a good time to do a trait vote.
all right, all right.
Not only is it the end of session 4, but you're actually well equipped to continue your quest now. And as
Yes.
a matter of fact, I'll give you a second fate for getting the armor as well, because that also drives your belief of getting to the Misty Forest.
Okay,
Armor's going to help you along the way there. So go ahead and take 2 for the night.
I got it. Excellent.
So what traits do we have right now for you?
Well, before we do traits, I would suggest a one die reputation with either Neverwinter or one die with the Town Guard and one die with the M organization. Does that work?
Um,
Or
I'll give you the one
an
die.
affiliation? Yeah.
I'll give you the one
Affili-
die reputation within
okay.
Neverwinter, and then I'll give you the affiliation die for the guild.
For Guild M and one die rep with the Town Guard, right?
Yes, the Neverwinter Guard.
Guard. Excellent. Yeah, I feel that kind of worked. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, and that's the kind of thing that you give out with trade votes.
Yep.
So, okay. So let's look at my traits then. See if we can need to vote anything off first, maybe.
Okay.
Um, okay, boisterous. I haven't drunk that much, but I don't know. Maybe we can keep it there. It's not bothering anybody. Honored trait I had for the life paths, but that's kind of a Viking thing, and I got a negative reputation with the Vikings, so I should probably maybe
You
scratch that
do.
off. Yeah.
Well, and here's the question: is do you want to keep your Viking honor? Like, is keeping
Yeah.
your Viking honor part of the reason why
Yeah.
you're trying to figure out what's going on with this curse?
Yes, it is. It is.
So then
So
yeah, go. Then we're gonna go ahead and keep that one.
yeah. Yeah, actually, I think they all stay because it's boisterous, honored, impulsive, proud, superstitious, fearless and stubborn, and accursed. And I think I've been
Yeah,
playing everything
yeah,
except
yeah.
for superstitious. Yeah,
They've
because I
all
haven't
been
run into
playing
the
well.
situation.
I think what I want to give you is I want to work in your boldness, because that comes out quite often. I want to say a call on trait for intimidation.
I like it.
So we'll call it bolder than you, and that'll be the once per session call on trait for an intimidation roll.
All right, and that gives me what, an extra die or something?
No, that's die trait for call on traits.
Oh, okay.
But
No, it's call on trade. It's just okay. Yeah,
It's
gotcha.
it'll allow you to take the tiebreaker
So
when you wouldn't
take the
normally be
tiebreaker.
able to, and I believe you get to re-roll instead if you want as well.
I
If I
think
remember my
so.
call on traits correctly.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up, but that sounds good. Yeah, I'll look it up. So it's bolder than you. Call on for intimidation. Okay, now that means that I have to change that belief,
You you
or
can
no?
keep it if you want. I
Okay.
don't see a reason why you'd have to. Like it's just you've been playing it so much. I figured that'd make a good trait.
Okay. 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 Uh, yeah.
And then I think the way to close that trait out and get the persona
Mm-hmm.
or that believe out and get the persona is
Mm-hmm.
at a pivotal moment when you would normally be bold, you decide to be extremely meek, and you'll get the mold
Okay.
breaker persona, and then that'll close that out.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good. I like it.
Yeah, so call-ons allow for rerolls or to break ties. So
Excellent.
once a
Excellent.
session, you can re-roll a failed intimidation roll, or you can win a tiebreaker when you normally wouldn't.
Awesome. I like it.
So that should be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, this was a pretty good session. It wasn't quite as excitable as our last one, but I had a lot of fun with it nonetheless.
Yeah, I do. I mean, sometimes we start out slow, and
Hmm.
it snowballs. I think it snowballed. It
Yeah.
started kind of slow, and then it started
Yep.
snowballing,
Builds and builds and
uh,
builds.
and the duel of wits was awesome.
Yeah, and
I
I
never
thought that
expected
was
to
a
win
really
like
good
that.
way
Yeah.
to close it out because I like when we had talked in the pregame. We had
Uh
a
huh.
very loose idea about our conflict, and I'm like, okay,
Yes.
so what am I gonna do with this? And then I was just making shit up as I went along at that point.
Oh, but it
Like, okay,
worked
they want this
beautifully.
dagger. I was like, okay, why do they want this dagger? What is so special about this dagger? And part of me was curious as to whether you were going to give it back to them or not, or just hop on your horses and book and maybe try to find this guy that was offering so much money for the dagger.
Yeah, that
Like,
was.
left a couple of
Yeah,
options on the table with it, and I
that's
was happy with it.
that's true. It wasn't a railroady kind of choice where you're
Mhm.
gonna do only one thing. There was a couple of ways around it, and
Yeah, and
that's what
I,
I
I
think I
definitely
liked it.
try to do that too,
Yeah,
with the exception of if we like talk about a conflict before game.
yeah,
Like that's about as railroady as I get, and then that's something that we both agree upon in our pregame meeting.
yeah. And I
But
think
other
it,
than
it
that, I
was
always
it
try
was
to keep
great.
all of my choices for you as open-ended as possible. I like to have multiple avenues for you to explore, and maybe one day you'll find an avenue I didn't even know was there. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
That's
Well,
good.
for anybody that watches this, we will be back with Ravens Ford next Thursday. On Monday, Aloy is going to start GMing a game for me where I will be playing a Jack Bauer inspired character trying to stop a king's assassination.
That's right.
We will be opening up in prison, so it should be quite a fun campaign. It'll be my first as a player, so very much looking forward to that.
It'll be my first as a GM, so
Yeah.
be patient.
Oh, absolutely. You've been patient with me. I will be patient with you. I hope everybody has enjoyed watching. Sorry about the lag and the video issues. I will do a little troubleshooting over the week and try to get that fixed too.
It happens.
But
It happens.
until then, I will see everybody on Monday.
Excellent. Take
Take care,
care.
bub.
Bye bye.